Hello and welcome back to Read Becca. We are back for more anticipated releases. I'm trying to put these together whenever I've got just a couple of books that I've got coming out very shortly and people are not really talking about as far as I can see. So I just wanted to put this together and talk about these couple of releases. They are not in any particular genre. I read all genres, all age ranges, so you're here for a smattering of everything really. So let's jump into it. But the first book here has a little bit of a story because people will say very often, it's like this book was written for me, right? We hear that all over the place. But there is a good possibility that this book was actually written for me. So I have not tried to confirm that at all. So it's possible that in the realm of the universe, the same idea has been put out there. But every time that the idea comes up or the question comes up, what's a book that doesn't exist that you want to read? Whenever that's posed on Reddit, my idea that I always answer with is the idea of a slice of life in a high fantasy setting that's all about a queer-owned cafe and just the general goings-on of that cafe. And that's what this book is. This is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. Now, I know Travis does frequent Reddit, so it is entirely possible that that idea was consumed via that medium, and I believe this was actually a NaNoWriMo project that has now turned into a published product. I think this is self-published, but it's coming from Cryptid Press, so I don't know if that's an indie or self-pub. But I do believe it's self-published. So as far as I know, this one is exactly like my story that I have been wanting. This is following Viv, a orc barbarian who has retired from her life as a quester and is wanting to start up a cafe. And so needs a partner, and of course that turns into some lady love, and that's exactly what I am in for. I'm so excited for this. Of course I have it pre-ordered on the ebook. I want to read it as soon as it comes out, but with BookTube prize judging, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to fit in, but I'm probably going to try to at least get it started. Yeah, this is exactly my vibes. I have been dying for this book to exist. It's kind of like an adult version of the Tea Dragon Society, the shop owners in the Tea Dragon Society. So I could not be more excited for this. And Travis Baldree as well is a audiobook narrator, so I'm sure it will have a great audiobook if he does it himself. He's probably most well known for Will White's Cradle series, and I think this is his first novel of his own. So that's very exciting to see this as a debut. So if it even remotely delivers on the premise, I will be absolutely thrilled, but I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. This one is out February 22nd. The second book that I have is one I talked about a little bit about 2 weeks ago maybe in my recommendations, because I read an article from the author, and this is The Dark Queens by Shelley Puhak. And this follows two queens who were sister-in-laws, Fredegund and Brunhild, who were these powerful and brutal queens in a time when that was not as much expected, and they really were making a lot of political plays. So this one is going to be a nonfiction history that I think sounds really compelling to read and extremely fascinating topic. I did see Naomi's Bookshelf had a advanced review, so I will link to that down below if you want to check that out and get some more details on this one. But it sounds like a fascinating topic. Third, we have Travelers Along the Way by Amina May Safi, and I have read a YA contemporary romance, an FF romance by Amina May Safi before and really enjoyed it. I think the writing was very good. So this one is going to be a YA fantasy. It is set in Crusades era Jerusalem, and it's a Robin Hood retelling. So we have kind of this band of characters coming together like a ragtag crew, and they gain the notice of Queen Isabella, and that's obviously a problem for these people on the opposite side. So I think that setting and that idea is really innovative and fresh. So I'm really looking forward to this one. And this one is going to be out from Fievel and Friends on March 1st. And my last one is also a YA fantasy coming out on March 1st, and I think this one is from FSG, and this is The Lost Dreamer by Liz Huerta. And it's really cool because this one is in a Mesoamerican inspired setting. It is following this world with dreamers and seer magic in sort of a patriarchal oppression scenario. So that sounds like maybe some elements we've seen in a lot of YA fantasy, but with some really fresh setting and magic that I haven't seen before. So I'm really intrigued to get into this one. And as I said, this will be out March 1st. So that is all I have for you today. Hopefully some of these spark your interest. And boy, I cannot wait for that first one, Legends and Lattes. Thanks so much for watching.